Hello everyone. Today's video is very simple video in which I'm going to discuss about the mistakes that parents are making online. Now we live in digital world, right? And as parents, we do a lot of online activities that sometimes we don't realize can be very, very dangerous and detrimental for our children. Now let's discuss one after another. So first of all, we make photos and videos of our children and post them online. Now this is very common, so we all do it, and sometimes we would have all done it. Now what happens when you post your children's photos and videos online? You are basically playing up with the privacy of the child, because you don't know who is going to access. Now in the world of social media and AI, it can be used in many different ways, and you might be even aware of that, but still we don't realize while we are posting them online. So that's number one. Next point is not only just we post the photos and videos, but we sometimes give out some information as well, like school and where we live and where did we go for holidays and something. Now what happens when we do that, and not only we do that, but sometimes it's very common to post videos about children's dance performance at school with the banner in the background. Now it's very clear cut giveaway sign that the children is performing at so and so school, and you know where the child is from. Now this is again, you don't know who is accessing those information, so that can be really, really dangerous for your child. And that's another point. Next point is sometimes we also give away more personal information, like birthday. Now suppose we celebrated child's birthday, and then we post the pictures or some messages that today you turn this much, and this many years old, or you had this milestone year and all that. Our messages can be really touching and very inspiring, but sometimes we don't realize that we are actually giving away very personal information about the child's date of birth. Now let's combine it all together. We unknowingly we are giving away where the child is studying, the date of birth, and the name and the photo, and even a video in which the child's voice can also be tracked. So this is really, really detrimental for overall safety, privacy, and security. So this is really important that we pay attention to what we are doing online. Now, apart from these aspects, which are quite serious, there are some other aspects as well. Like one of the simple example is sometimes people post videos about the children's funny activities, like the child said or did something very funny, and we feel so actually happy, and we just shared with our friends and family, not realizing that sometimes it can backfire, maybe not immediately, but years later. See, your child is not going to be a little kid always. The child may just grow up, right? Of course, the child will grow up, and at that time, the child may not like it. Now, how is that possible? Like sometimes, you just think about this. When you were little, you used to do some things, that maybe it was very innocent and fun. But do you do the same thing, and do you like the same thing? No, the same goes for the children as well. Now, when the child will see all these funny and actually silly videos later in their life, they are not going to like it, and then that can have detrimental effect on their emotional development on, and also your relationship with your child. Now what happens sometimes, in order to make this funny video and all, we don't realize that sometimes we maybe just messing around with our own relationship with our children. So just to get some likes and all, we should not mess around with our own relation with our children. So that's another point. Now, last point. Sometimes what happens, the more we are posting about social media and on the social media, and more pictures and photos of ours and our children's, we are subconsciously we are telling the child that you're also supposed to do that. No, we actually don't want them in this era where social media and online presence is so much, and so much of addiction of screens are quite serious issues nowadays. So you don't want to subconsciously teach the child to do something that you don't want them to do in the future. So this is another very, very important point. Now, there is one last point that I would like to, share. Sometimes what happens, in order to teach about parenting, sometimes, we use children as, um, you know, a medium. And yes, with the great, cause, and, with all the good uh, attitude and your intention, you make some videos about your child's misbehavior and how you corrected it. This is perfect. It is perfect, but and there is a little catch here. Sometimes, what happens, as I said before, sometimes when the child grows up and he sees those videos, they may not like it again. Even though your intention was right, because at that time you have not taken permission from the child. You have not taken consent from the child. This is really important. So, before you do something, like in a lot of countries, you need to take consent from a person to take pictures and videos, and should you post them online or not. But with your own child, you take it as granted. You're like, okay, it is given. But actually, as a child is also an individual, they have their own preferences, because as the child grow up, they may not like this, that okay, you gave away their vulnerable moment for free to complete strangers, even if you have done it with all good faith and good intention. This is a point that most parents are missing. And um, and you have to take this into consideration, whether you want to continue this or not. Now, this is all about online mistake that parents are making today. Always remember, whatever you do online, you are subconsciously teaching your child also to do the same. So, you want to do that or not? Of course, at the end of the day, it is your responsibility and your choice. This is just a video so that I make parents aware of what may go wrong. But again, as disclaimer, I have to say that end of the day, it is your responsibility whether you want to do it or not. And it's always about your choice, and take responsibility of that action. So that's all for today. Think about it and let me know if you are making any of the mistakes, or you think these points are valid, or does it resonate, or do you want to change something or not. I'll be very happy to read those comments. So until next time, just be mindful and happy parenting.